Well, it's a very, I mean, it's a very basic narrative. It's a love song, and the undertone or the meaning of it is it's about it's about fighting for love. Like, sometimes uh I feel especially today that we're not really aware of a law of nature, which basically is there is no love without the opposite. There's no light without darkness. And so I believe sometimes to experience true deep love, you have to go walk through fire and through rain. That's part of the whole deal of, if you want to experience that deep love, there has to be some pain in it. It has to be some things you need to overcome to be able to really trust and be there. So it's a love song, and it speaks a little bit about, what you would do for love, which is, there are like billions of songs about this, but hey, why not another one? It was surreal. I mean, you know, I I was so focused on the performance. I was so focused on the energy that I wanted to create within me, so that I can send it out to you. So like the whole competition part was so far away from my whole world, like, and this is what I usually do when I create, because I want it to be clean energy and authentic. And the only way for it to be that is for me to just like basically nothing else exists but that. So when I won, I'm like, it was almost like waking up, like, what happened? Like, it was like that, like euphoria. I'm like, what? Wait. No, of course, at the moment when they're like, I was nervous because the energy in the arena was so tense. Like, it was like, I'm gonna die. Like, but to answer your question really fast, it was beautiful, nervously beautiful, crazy beautiful. Yeah, well, it's been back and forth, like, safety reasons, um, I'm stubborn, and my team is stubborn, and it's been really back and forth. And for me, in my world, there is one thing that doesn't exist, and it is the term "you can't." I don't like that. Like, I don't believe in it. That's more constructive. So there are always ways to make things happen. Of course, compromises, but that's part of creativity. Like, creativity is all about creating something out of nothing. That's the whole concept. So for me, I'm not afraid of changes, but it's just like it has to be the right changes, if you ask me. But so I've worked something out for you. I'm not gonna say exactly what. There are two parts of me. Like, there's one part of me, I call it the little girl. Like, she's very, I'm very thankful. Like, because what the way I see it is like when people, I just see it as the people understanding and liking what they see because it resonates with them, and that makes me really happy because I've had this thing in my head. I've worked really hard for it to be something that maybe, hopefully, you guys will feel. It has a lot to do with nature, reconnecting with that. It has a lot to do with hope. It has a lot to do with strength. It has a lot to do with recognizing your own worth and your own power. It has a lot to do with that. But you never know if people are going to understand. So for me, it's I'm thankful. But then there is the other part of me, the part of me that is the disciplined me, like, Loreen, you are a servant of the people. Like, you're here because you need to create something. It has nothing to do with you. It has to do with what you're giving out. And that part of me is really, really, really like this, like strong, because at the end of the day, like, all we have is connection, you know and for me, like, I'm happy that I have that part of me that, like, whoop, I got it from my grandmother or my great grandmother. She's like, oh, sometimes you get gifts from God or whatever, and they're not only for you. I'm like, okay, okay, Granny, okay, okay. So two parts of me. One is thankful, another one is like, your focus. I just love it. I just, some things land in me very late because I'm a slow motion person, slow sometimes. But one thing that is really clear for me, and it's this community. Like there are not so many communities left where everybody, regardless of where you're from, what your sexuality is, how you dress, your religious background, your color, it doesn't really matter where you're from. As long as you're open and without prejudice, you're welcome into this community. This is what the community stands for. And we all gather around creativity, which is the antidote to all of this negativity that is going on in the world. Give me one antidote that is so efficient than creativity. It doesn't matter if you're a carpenter, if you're a painter, if you're a singer, like all of us have creativity within ourselves. And this community just opens that up in all of us. So if you look at it that way, this is the best thing that we have in the world today, looking at how it is, what is going on. Even like Ukraine and this war that is going on. Look at what this community does now, making it happen. It's like, so the reason why I come back, and it's subconsciously, it's not even consciously, it's because it stands for everything that I stand for. It's because it's my colors. No. And I want to be with people that, are similar to myself, that think similarly like myself, you know? It makes me happy. Yeah, I think I've met Johnny Logan. I think so. I've met so many people in my days. He's gonna kill me if he's like, no, we haven't. I'm like, okay, then I've met you in my dream. But I think so. No, yeah, we've met. Yeah, we definitely met. I saw a picture of him now. Like, yes, I don't know where, but yes. Um, but you know what? My honestly, to be honest, like going back to the win, my win is for you guys to connect with what I'm doing. That is my win. That is my like that is my purpose, the way I see it. I'm just a creator and I just channel whatever and it resonates with you because it's like it exists within you guys. So it's like that is my purpose. And I do appreciate the whole competition because it includes all of us. Like, we can sit together and be like, that sucks. Oh, that is good. Da, 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 da. Like, I'm gonna vote. No, 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 stop voting. Da, 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 da. All of this play is so important for all of us because it's fun, includes us. And that's why I'm okay with it. So but my purpose here is to make you guys feel something positive.